shipment in 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, and then the other one is right there. We'll do that one last. But I want to show you guys what we have here because a lot of stuff would be too big to show on the camera. So I have my lovely wife running the camera in the background. Now I'm hoping that it's recording sideways. If it's not, then
it's not.
Throw that in the comments. See if you can rotate.
I don't think it is.
It's supposed to be.
I don't think it'll let me, baby.
See what happens if you do.
If I just turn it sideways, it says orientation locked. Rotate device back.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe.
That's all I do is rotate it before.
Aha, got it. Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
So it took them almost a month to ship this stuff. But it looks like they did a good job, and I would much rather than take the extra time.
Hello.
So you guys get to see it first, as I'm seeing it as well.
Okay, they're saying with it sideways they can't see it. Would you like me to turn it back the other way?
Okay. Yeah, just go with whatever they're saying if you can see it. Or read their comments.
Yeah. He is indeed Uzi.
What?
He said a handsome man.
Yeah. I shave about once and never.
He married. Thank you. 3 kids.
Okay, so looks like the first thing I believe is incorrect. This is supposed to be a first edition starter deck Joey and Pegasus. Maybe this is the unlimited. I might have ordered one of those too. So that's probably too bad. It's been a while. This one might be the first edition. I think I stuck a bid on that one just in case I ended up accidentally winning that one. Oh yeah, this is the one. So this is Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a first edition. That's where that first edition stamp is supposed to be. Wait. Because those of you who don't know, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! I do collect some Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. This is how the original decks came. They come 10 to a case. In fact, I'm going to open one of these up because to me this wrap is just kind of like pointless. I'd rather just confirm that everything inside is okay. Yeah, it should be 5 red eyes, 5 relinquished. You got the Joey and the Pegasus, and you see where it says first edition, and then usually that's where it has the seals. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open one of these up just to verify contents are okay. You all right, babe?
Yeah, makes me nervous.
There we go. You can see it's a Red Eyes Bee Dragon, first edition starter deck Joey. Now, if this had been the Kaiba and Yugi decks, probably worth about 10 times as much. Just because that's like the chase cards with the blue eyes and the dark magician. The red eyes is up there. Relinquish is kind of like just the extra thrown in. Alright, let's see what else we have. I know I've got some Pokemon stuff in here. Trophy 2004 paperwork.
I'm sorry.
It comes with the item. I didn't actually.
No, somebody was saying, as your wife, how do I put up with the geekiness? It helps that he's super attractive to me.
Right.
So we met before this was really our life.
Thought I was a drug dealer.
I did think he was a drug dealer. So we met in college, and super fun. I can't see him stripping. And he left one day with like 1 or 2 of these, what I thought at the time was just, you know, little pieces of cardboard. And he come back with, well, like $500 or $1,000 or something.
$1,600 is a PSA 10 first edition Charizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I said, I think I might need to, you know, jet on this one. Thankfully I didn't. And now we have 3 beautiful kids.
Yeah. Man, bomb-proof this thing. I think I just said bomb. So
Flagging.
Flag.
Flagging. Oh, wow.
This is actually the 2004
Look how cool.
World's First Place Trophy.
It's so pretty.
One of those things you kind of display, but not around.
Our kids.
Especially when they're looking at a cat every other day.
Oh, yeah. Or other strays.
In there, that shook it.
2004 Worlds. Do you know what division? Or which division?
Maybe zoom in on that, see if it says anything about it.
Young screenshot it.
Alright, so this right here was a Spanish first edition set. I had no intention of buying this, but it ended up coming out pretty cheap. It was like $1,800 total, and you get all the hollows graded, and all of them were pretty high grade. There's the Charizard, and then you got the ungraded set, and then like I said, all the hollows. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. I mainly did it for the Charizard, just to have a placeholder, because the PSE 10 is like $40,000 or something like that.
Oh, chump change, you know.
So an 8.5 would be a good placeholder. I was just watching it as it went through on auction, and thought that was a pretty good price. Kind of same thing with these. These are some first edition base set hollows. I think I won these for about in the 500 range.
It's like brand new. Maybe moved
The
around.
CGC is pretty reputable. I've got several Magnathons now.
Said they noticed the PSAs up in the rafters. I think you actually took most of them down, didn't you?
Yeah. Most the stuff that's up there is usually like a sealed pack of cards or a
Can I
sealed
see?
individual card.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot up there anymore. But
But when we were doing construction, a lot of it.
yeah, we didn't want it to get nasty. Yeah.
There's a Zap theme deck. Won that for about $150 or so. Now, you guys stick around to the end and you're going to see the best part of all this. At least I hope anyways.
The Pokebarn. Yeah, you're about right. Question to Rusty, do you collect any comic books?
Not really. I started in on the MetaZoo ones just because I was able to get in early. I thought I might as well. But no, not really. Just because they take up a lot more space. And I got a brush fire as well. See it on the top. It's on the bottom.
Was it
so
damaged on
it's
that
probably
side?
not going to be shadowless. Yeah, a
No,
lot of
it's
times
just
these are crushed.
pitching.
But it's not going to be a shadowless one anyway.
I was just showing because it showed up weird.
Looks like there's something in here.
It's like cloth or something.
Yeah, it might be something to do with the World's trophy. A lot of times they send memorabilia along with it like that and that. Yeah, it looks like a t-shirt.
Oh, cool.
Orlando, Florida. Is it my size? XL. One size up.
Not sure.
Alright, so I'm gonna move this stuff off to the side for now. Because the big stuff, the uncut sheets, those are next, and I want to be able to have at least some room over here. All of that looks good.
How did Rusty convince his wife that Pokemon would be a viable business? He didn't really convince me. He just kind of went for it. He's never been one to really work for anybody else. He's kind of always worked for himself. And we were, what were we, 21 when we bought our first house? I think I was 20, you were 21. And we ended up buying a foreclosure and completely ripped the thing apart and remodeled it. And we were completely out of debt, owned our own vehicles at 21 and 20 with
Maybe 23.
a house. So that pretty much did the convincing for me.
That's my mama.
Rusty's always been super, super smart with money. And we don't live above our means. I mean, we actually...
Well, we do now.
Well, yeah, we're probably... Yeah, I think the kids are the reason that we do that now.
We live above where we have to.
Where we started.
Like, kind of like everybody can afford this stuff.
Fox says, don't lay flat. Lays it flat.
Okay, so this gives all the prices. And I can quote some of that. And the girls are going to have a ball of this.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Heritage, for actually caring about my shipment.
Yeah, they packaged it great.
Alright, don't zoom in just yet.
Okay. Do you think there will be another spike of inflation with Pokemon cards? Sorry, y'all. I'm missing some of these, so you might have to repeat for me.
Maybe one day.
Do you want to sell the CGC hollows?
I might. The Charizard I want to keep for now. Yeah, maybe. That's what all said. Yeah, there we go.
I'm not sure who else is supposed to open it.
I was on the phone with Jim at Pokémon when these were going down. Alright, we'll let you see the first one. So, what you're looking at here, you could probably recognize it's all fossil Aerodactyl, but this is actually pre-release Aerodactyls. This is the full uncut sheet. This is the brown version, so this would have been the first one. Cosmos was released later. And you're not going to believe the price that I paid for this. Well, just make sure, because I almost don't believe it myself. The hammer price was $2,700. So I ended up paying $3,240 after, adding in the buyer premium, which is like less than what the KB Toys release of the fossil sheet is. So to me, this was an absolute steal. I'd never seen a fossil. I don't think I've seen any pre-release sheet before. And so this was the second pre-release sheet that could technically be released. They say the Raichu and the Clefable were both on the same sheet, but Aerodactyl. Yeah, I was more than happy to win this at that price.
Making me nervous with that knife. Is that the one that Gary said is worth $50K, or was that another pre-release?
I'm not sure which one Gary would be talking about.
And do people ever cut them out and sell as square cut?
It was rumored to happen back in the day, but now it wouldn't really make much sense. I mean, I guess you could. Like that test sheet that I had sold a while back with all like the base Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, all them. That would have been a good candidate to do something like that for, but just because it would have made a lot of collectors happy just to have one of each of those cards. But really, I mean, all I could get out of this is what, 110? 3, 6, 9, 10, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, there'd be 110 square cut pre-release Aerodactyls. And you might have the opportunity for money, but for me, when I first started collecting these, I actually started collecting them to preserve them. Same thing with the booster boxes, just to have one of each out there. And the more of the time I realized, you can have just as much collectability when they're cut up, but I've never once did that myself. I've got a ton of uncut sheets still just sitting in a stack. Most likely that's where these are going to go. It's going to go to top loader. Just be set off for time. Now I want to show you guys the next one. I want to make sure it's not the one. Oh yeah.
You want to show the ceiling first?
So this next one I paid, the hammer price was $6,000, so I paid $7,200 for it. It's pretty cool. I've seen the Pichu for this one. This one is actually the other movie promo.
Somebody asked if there's a Gyarados pre-release uncut sheet.
If there is, I haven't seen it.
This will all go to our kids' playhouse, I'm sure. Oh. They love to make all kinds of random things out of Daddy's trash.
So this one looks super cool.
Let me show it.
Right below it.
I think they already got a glimpse.
Yeah, I can look at it. So what you're looking at here is the number 34 Entei promo from the movie. Usually I'm going to cut this out.
It's open.
So I want to pull it out, but I don't want to show the one that's below it.
Oh, well here, I can just go back here.
Alright, yeah, do that for a second. Alright, yeah.
They asked if you're going to put this on your channel as well. Can you save that?
Go on the channel.
Okay.
Alright, so now come on over here.
Well, they might have got a little peeky peek. Wow.
This is a beautiful sheet.
Look at that color.
It's just the black and just the black. And you can see the outline of the Entei there. But like I said, I've seen the Pichu before, and I let it go through auction for $1,500. I wasn't going to make that same mistake with this one. You can see all the swirls just repeated over and
Yeah,
over
that
and
looks
over and over.
awesome.
It's just reflective. All right, I'm going to take this one over there. You guys can see the last one, which...
Our kid did that, by the way.
is the most historic.
That's what they do. They destroy everything. We love them, though. I was showing them the door where the blinds have been completely destroyed on every window in our house.
Let me pull this one out.
Okay.
Because you guys are going to flip out when you see all of it.
Eek, here we go. You ready?
All right, so what we have here, this is a Team Rocket hollow sheet. It is unlimited, and just this by itself is unheard of. I don't own a single Team Rocket hollow sheet. I've got the Aerodactyl Dragonite sheet, but I've never owned a hollow one. Now, what's cool about this is that there's a little bit more history to it than what you would think, just because there's something special going on the backside.
Oh,
It's double-sided, and if you look at it, the foil is a test foil.
yeah.
It's not the same Cosmos. In fact, it's got a glossy surface to it.
Oh, that's pretty.
Now, for those of you who have been around in the hobby for a long time, you've probably got onto Poké before, and I remember there being a thread where there were some of these cards that were cut out at like an angle, and it usually included 4 of the Team Rocket cards, but it was double-sided, and they were given out to Pokemon employees. This is all hearsay. This is just what I've been told. They were given out to Pokemon employees as Christmas ornaments. So I think it's kind of fitting that all these years later, the 25th anniversary, one of these gets sold around Christmas time. And that's what I think was going on here. Maybe this was just an extra sheet from that, but I'm not completely sure. That's just my theory. It could have literally just been a test foil that they were printing out, that they were testing. They realized they didn't like it, and then they just went back to what they were doing with the Cosmos foil back in Neo Genesis. Now I am curious. Yeah, the Dark Arbok still has the 23,000 at the bottom, so they didn't correct it on this backside. It looks like they were just experimenting with the foil itself, and then the looks like the gloss. It's got a glossy feature to it.
That's what's so cool about it to me.
And if you read at the bottom, it just says Pokemon Wizards of the Coast Rocket Form R6 without first edition. I'm not seeing. Let's see if the other side said the same thing. Yeah, it said the exact same thing. Doesn't say anything about being a full test or hollow test foil, but it's obviously different. It's not the same as the other side, and of course it's two-sided, which is really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been super excited about getting this in. There were some other uncut sheets that I wanted to win, but those were the 3 that I really wanted to win just because it was right up my alley with Wizards of the Coast, promos, test foil stuff, and they'll be going away in my personal collection for a long time. Thanks.
Thanks, y'all.